Wash your hands. Who would wash your hands? Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Jeff here from FloatLife. Check it out, it's finally here. The Kush Glow. So hyped on this thing. We've been working on this for a long time, and I'm super stoked that we're finally able to get it out to you guys. There's so much tech packed in here, and we're gonna talk all about it right now. So let's start with what's in the box, first off. So when you get your Kush Glow, pop that bad boy open, and you got a whole bunch of stuff besides just the Kush pad in here. Let's see, we got this nice little USB power bank, AKA the Pocket Power. This thing's pretty darn cool. It's got an 18650 in it. Charges this bad boy runs it for a long time. Maybe not all night, but you know what? Great thing about these little Pocket Powers is if you run this thing out, you just swap a freshie in and you're good to go. We also have 2 different charging cables. So you'll actually power from the Pocket Power. We have a long one and a short one, depending on where exactly you want to mount your Pocket Power. If you've got some TFL rails, you've got a really easy, convenient spot to mount it. If you don't, maybe you want to mount it on your fender, on your side rail or something. That's up to you guys to figure out, but we give you options. And then we've got these, I'll pop these out for you. We got these nice little Pocket Power holders. So these little sleeves will wrap around your Pocket Power for you and hold them onto your rails if you have TFL rails. Or if you just want to wrap it around it so that you've got a flat surface here to maybe install it directly on your fender or something, that's up to you, but these are pretty nice to have. And then we also have these little mag connector cover stickers. So there's actually 2 different magnet connectors on the Kush Glow, one on the right, one on the left. So depending on where you want to mount your Pocket Power, where you want to mount really any USB powered device that you're going to charge off of, you can mount to the right or the left. And so whichever one you're not using, you can go ahead and throw a sticker on it. It's not super necessary, but since they are magnets, if you ride through some soil that's like really heavy in iron or something, it can collect a lot of debris on there and kind of sit on there. So if you throw a sticker on there, solves that problem. But again, it's kind of an optional thing for you. And then we've got all the hardware that you need to install it, including a wrench. And finally, we've got the bracket that goes onto the side right here if you've got TFL rails. Mounts right onto these 1/4-20 mounts right here, and that's what holds your Pocket Power to power your Kush Glow. And of course, I mean, I can't forget, comes with Kush Glow and replacement front piece of TFL grip for the front, so you can get away from that stock grip tape. So there you go. That's it. Now that we got that covered, let's talk about install. So if you guys don't know how to install a Kush pad, just click either up here. I don't know what side YouTube puts it, but there's a link to Kush pad install up there. It's the exact same install process as just a regular Kush. So pop the screws out, put the Kush on, pop the screws in, pretty easy. Watch that video if you don't know how to do that. But once that's done, I'm gonna walk you guys through now how to mount the power system for this. First off, you will want to mount this mounting bracket. So keep in mind, this is just specifically mounting for TFL rails. If you've got stock rails or some other sort of rails, then you can basically mount it wherever you want. It's up to you. If you want to put double-sided tape on it, stick it to your fender, mount it to your rails, zip tie it, I don't know, whatever you want. Heck, if you want to hardwire it to your internal power supply, you could totally do that too. But this is just the absolute easiest way to do it. It's a quick install. If you got the TFL rails, super simple. So take out your bracket, and you're also gonna have little 1/4-20 bolts right here, and you're gonna have a wrench. Open that up and just simply mount it right here. So I actually like to mount it on the right-hand side over here, but you can mount it on any side you want. So if you're regular, I think it's a little better to mount it on the right-hand side because of the fact that, like, depending on where your foot sits back here, if you duck your foot out a little bit, you'll have a little bit more room, less likely to kick the power cover off. And then if you sit goofy, mount it to the left side. Or if you don't have a preference, mount it to whatever side you want. It does not matter. But go ahead and stick those little 1/4-20s in there and mount it onto the side of the rail with the logo sticking out. That was smooth. This is way easier if you don't have to do it to show a camera and lean over everything. These install pretty darn easy. There we go, right in the 1/4-20s. And the cool thing about these little 1/4-20 accessory mounts, it's like, not only can you mount a Kush Glow power pack right here, but you could also, like, let's say you wanted to slap a GoPro on there, you could do that, or an additional flashlight. Like 1/4-20 is such a nice universal mount that you can basically put whatever you want right here. Once that's installed, the next thing you want to do is pull out your Pocket Power. And you probably want to get this thing on charge. It does come with like a little bit of juice in it, but not a whole heck of a lot. So you're gonna want to charge this thing. It comes with a, what is that, a micro USB? Yeah, it's a micro USB to charge it up. And then once you get this guy, you'll grab your sleeves. And the order of this is kind of a little bit important. So you've got these two guys and they're basically the same, but you'll want to go ahead and line up the USB directly to that hole right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but line it up right into the hole and push it all the way until it's completely flush against the end. And then you'll take your other piece and you'll just slide it right here all the way until you're on. And then what you'll do is you'll take the side that has the USB right there and you'll point it towards the back and just slide that sucker right onto your bracket. Boom, easy. Now you're mounted. That was like the easiest thing in the world. Now, by default, I like running the short cable. If for whatever reason you need to run the longer cable, and let's say run it to the other side, or maybe you've got it mounted to a different spot where you need the longer cable, then do that. But the short cable fits best for just right here. Pop that short cable out and plug it into the USB. And I'll bet you this takes 3 tries, watch. There's first try, didn't work. Oh, second try. Usually it takes 3 tries for me on all USB stuff, but there you go. Once that's in, plug that in, and that'll just go right to here. Oh, so I'm actually glad this happened. So you see, it's kind of like it feels like it's upside down right now. It's because I installed the pocket power backwards in here. So I actually need to move this sleeve to this side and this sleeve to that side in order to make it line up right. So if you're noticing that the cable kind of has to twist a little bit too much in order to install on there and power it, all you have to do is pop this guy off, pull the sleeves, and just spin them around. So you'll take this sleeve that was on this side, move it to that side, and this sleeve that was on that side and move it to this side. There we go. Got it, and plug it back on. Oh, first try on that one, not bad. And then what you can also do, if you want to push that in a little further, you can always push that in a little bit further to get it just a little bit more installed in there. And boom, there you go. We are in and powered. And there you go, that install was super easy. All right, so now that we're all powered up on the Kush Glow, you're gonna wanna take your phone and you're gonna wanna download the TFL app that controls the Kush Glow. It's both on Android and iOS, so you can either go to the Play Store or the Apple App Store and download it. Just search for TheFloatLife, and it's the one that has our logo on it. Pretty straightforward. You can also go to the product page for the Kush Glow, and there's links to it on there. But once you download it, what you're gonna wanna do now is connect to your Footpad. So what you wanna do is open up your app, and it'll say find your Footpad. And the Footpad should show up, but you'll actually want to pair with it the first time that you do that. So in order to enter pairing mode on the Kush Glow, all you have to do is flip the board upside down and then flip it right side back up. But you see how that didn't work? It's because you have to do it right after you power it on. So unplug it, power it on, and as soon as it turns on like that, go ahead and flip it over. And then you'll see that it's flashing blue on both sides like this. This means pairing mode. So once it's in that, you should be able to pop the app up and click on your Footpad. And if it asks you to pair, click on pair, and it should pop right up and you are good to go there. So now that we're paired, probably what you're gonna wanna do right out the gate is rename your Footpad. It'll come with like some generic name, and what you do is you'll just actually click on that and hold right underneath the top logo, and then you can rename it whatever you want. So we've just named this one Stock GTS, which this one is far from stock at this point. We actually stole this Footpad off of the stock one and put it on here. That's why it's named Stock GTS, but we're gonna rename this one Dovetails, woohoo. Boom, saved. Cool. All right, so we might as well just start at the top and work our way down. So in the upper right-hand corner of the app here, if you've got a little download button, it means that there's a fresh update available for the app for you to update. Maybe it's got bug fixes, maybe it's got new special features, but if that's popped up there, you'll actually want to click on that. Right now, we're fully up to date on this bad boy, so no need to update, but that's something really cool about this Kush Glow as well. We're gonna continue developing features for it. So right now is the least amount of features this Footpad's ever gonna have, and it's already got a bunch of really cool ones. So in the future, we can do awesome stuff like, depending on how high you bonk, it flashes different colors, and we can gamify different stuff, and you can link it to the front maybe if you do a front one, or link it to your friends that are on a group ride with you. There's like a lot of really cool stuff that we can do because this isn't just some random strip of light that's in here. There's like accelerometer in there, and it's just got a full PCB all the way around. So there's like a lot of cool stuff we have planned for this for the future. So keep an eye out on that. If you see a download button up there, download to the most recent version, and you're good to go. So other than that, we've got blinkers on this, which is pretty darn cool. So it's like, hey, I'm turning right. Hey, I'm turning left. Oh, uh-oh, I got a flat tire because I forgot to put armadillos in my tire. I better put on my hazard so nobody hits me on the side of the road. Boom, we got hazard lights on this for some reason. No idea why we put that feature in there, but we figured it was fun. All right, and then next is the brightness level. So right now, there's actually a sensor built into this Footpad that can auto adjust it to the ambient brightness around you. So if you're outside on a bright sunny day, this thing's gonna be maxed out if you've got it set to auto brightness. It's gonna be super bright so that you can see it. But then if you're in a dark room or riding around at night, it's actually gonna be a little bit dimmer and not quite as just blinding bright if you've got that auto brightness set. Now, if you prefer to just go manual on this thing, cool, no problem. Just uncheck that toggle and you can go all the way down to 0. Now we got nothing. Let's say we wanna go 28%. There we go, a little bit brighter. Now let's just blow out the camera. Boom, 100%, super bright. Look at that thing. You probably can't even see my face because it's so bright right now. This is crazy. So I like to keep it like right around 50%. But you know, if you're at night and you really wanna flex, throw it up to 100. You wanna ride around during the day and people still see your lights, throw it up to 100. You wanna sit around the campfire, kind of put the mood out, but don't want it super distracting and blinding, drop it down to maybe like 20. I don't know, it's up to you guys, do whatever you want with that feature, but we got it. So the next we have is rear lights. So if we click on that first box there, we can choose whatever color that we want for the rear lights. So we can do the whole Roy G. Biv thing. If you wanna go with some sweet Tiffany color, boom, you can do Tiffany, hit set color. Now you've got some awesome Tiffany lights right there in the tail lights. Let's say we want to change it to red, you know, keep it classic for the tail lights. Change it to whatever you want, hit set color. Boom, we got red lights back there now, easy. So that's a really cool feature that you have. You can also adjust the brightness and the hue on it along with whatever color you want. And then the braking effect, this one's pretty sweet. So we can either have, when you're going and you slam on the brakes, we can either have it be a solid color or it can even blink, kind of like strobe at you to let the people behind you know that you're braking. And so I'll show you what that looks like. So let's select blink and then we'll choose the color, and we can do a 2-tone color, which is pretty darn rad. So let's choose like yellow and Lodge, what else should we do? Yellow and what?
Green.
Yellow and green, okay. Yellow and green, let's do that, set the color. So now when you brake, let's say you're going and oh, yellow and green flash. Isn't that super cool? Yellow and green. So you can set that to whatever you want. It can be single color, 2-color. You can switch the stuff to rainbow. There's like so many different options, which is really, really, really cool. So next we can change the side lights right here. Right now they're set to reactive fade, and this is a really cool feature, I think. So since we've got that accelerometer built in there, you can actually see when you're riding, if you turn right or left and you got it on reactive fade, the lights will sort of slide to the side that's lower, which is pretty darn cool. I really like that feature. You can change it to whatever color you want. I've got it on like a cool blue right now. If you don't like the reactive fade and you just want like a solid color, easy enough to switch it to a solid color. There you go, now it's a solid color. If you prefer rainbow, you can go rainbow. Now look at that, all the colors. You got every color. You don't even have to choose because you got them all. And so that's pretty darn cool. You can affect the side lights. And then the very last one that we're gonna cover will be the parking lights. So you may have noticed that like when I move the board, it's changing to sort of like a different pattern. What you can do is parking lights when the board's stopped and you're not riding it, nothing's jostling it around like this. It takes a few seconds, but here it goes, boom, back into parking mode. We can change that to a few different things. As of right now, we have rainbow cycle, which just cycles through all the different colors. We've got fade, which will just be a single color that you can choose any color you want. It'll just kind of pulse on and off. And then we have this pretty cool one called random that'll just go crazy and do a bunch of weird, random, crazy stuff. And then there's also sparkle on here, I thought. Oh, there it is. So that's actually under effect. We can click on sparkle, rainbow, and look at that. We get crazy sparkles going on. So that's it. It's pretty straightforward. The app lets you customize a bunch of stuff with this Kush Glow, which I really like. You can choose a bunch of different colors. You can choose the same ones as your friends. You go on a group ride, maybe everyone all does the same exact one, or maybe you could show off your own style with whatever you want. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoy. We've been working really, really hard on this one for a really long time. Shout out to Robert. He spearheaded this whole entire project and it turned out even more awesome than I thought it was going to. So super stoked. Anyway, you guys can get your own Kush Glow at TheFloatLife.com. As of right now, it's available in Kush Low and Kush Wide. So this is the Kush Low right here. Kush Wide's a little bit wider for those dudes and gals with bigger feet. That's it. Hope you guys enjoy. And what are you doing still watching TV? Get that Kush Glow on there, go out for that night ride, and go get it. Go get disco style with those lights. All right, float on, my friends.